PUBG remains one of the most famous battle royale games and has largely set the standard for subsequent titles. Despite its age, the game continues to develop rapidly. The developers regularly release updates, add new content, and make changes to the gameplay. However, over the years, PUBG has accumulated not only its strengths, but also serious issues that remain unresolved. It's great to see that the developers haven't abandoned the project so many years after its release. The game continues to receive updates, and some changes truly impact gameplay. For example, destructible buildings and terrain elements have been added to certain maps. The ability to destroy enemy cover or change terrain adds more variety to matches and makes battles less predictable. The mechanics are interesting, and we'd love to see them on more maps. The graphics deserve special mention. Even after all these years, PUBG still looks impressive. The developers have done a great job detailing the weapons, vehicles, and environments. The maps are filled with numerous small details, and some locations are truly stunning in their detail. However, as with most competitive online shooters, many players prefer to lower graphics settings to the minimum. The reason is simple. Higher FPS and better visibility of opponents provide a significant advantage in combat. Therefore, in practice, a significant portion of the audience sacrifices visual beauty for performance, even though PUBG can be quite visually appealing. But the technical situation isn't so clear-cut. Optimization in PUBG is like a lottery. After one update, the game might run virtually flawlessly, but after the next, users encounter lags, freezes, and stutters. Moreover, such problems often occur even on fairly powerful computers. For a project with such a long history, this seems quite strange. But all technical shortcomings pale in comparison to PUBG's main problem: cheaters. The developers regularly publish reports of tens and hundreds of thousands of blocked accounts, demonstrating an active fight against cheaters. However, in practice, the situation remains extremely dire. Cheaters are still numerous in the game, and this is noticeable in almost all modes. It's particularly surprising that, after so many years of the project's existence, the developers have failed to offer a truly effective protection system. This gives the impression that the fight against cheaters is being carried out more for the sake of reporting than for a real solution. When suspicious players are encountered too frequently, the desire to play the game gradually fades. Purchasing PUBG Plus to access ranked mode doesn't help either. It would seem that this additional pay barrier should reduce the number of offenders, but in practice, this doesn't always work. Many players report that suspicious characters are encountered in ranked matches just as often, and sometimes even more often than in regular matches. Over the years, the developers have repeatedly attempted to expand the game's audience with new modes. Various temporary events and experimental activities were introduced. One such mode was bomb planting, clearly inspired by Counter-Strike. However, the mode quickly lost popularity. It lacked the dynamism and competitive depth that fans of similar games had become accustomed to. There were also attempts to add cooperative modes with wave-based combat, similar to Left 4 Dead. The idea was interesting, but the execution was disappointing. Issues with hitboxes and hit registration quickly dampened player interest. Ultimately, most of these experiments failed to gain a foothold in the game. Therefore, the core audience still spends time playing classic Battle Royale. Some prefer first-person, others play third-person, but these modes remain the heart of PUBG. This is largely due to the unique shooting system. The local ballistics and weapon controls take some getting used to. If you're playing PUBG after playing other popular shooters, you'll likely find the game a bit awkward at first. The developers strive for a certain degree of realism, but some weapons have such strong recoil that at times it feels excessive even by the game standards. Mastering shooting takes time, patience, and plenty of practice. So, is PUBG worth playing today? More likely no than yes. Despite high-quality maps, interesting ballistics, regular updates, and successful gameplay mechanics, the project continues to suffer from a huge number of cheaters. This problem negates many of the game's strengths and can discourage players from returning again and again. PUBG can still offer intense firefights and intense emotions, especially when played with friends. But recommending it to a wide audience in its current state is quite difficult. Until the developers address the problem of cheating players, PUBG will remain an example of how one serious flaw can ruin even a good game. And if we find a better game, you'll definitely hear about it in future reviews. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and be sure to share your opinion in the comments.